Welcome back to the channel, everyone. I'm Alex, and today we are diving into something that is literally everywhere on your feed right now. You know that feeling when you're walking down the street, headphones on, the perfect track starts playing, and suddenly you feel like the camera is panning around you? Like the rain isn't just rain, it's cinematic.
Oh, I know exactly what you mean. I call it the head against the car window effect. You're not just commuting, you're the protagonist in a 2000s coming-of-age movie.
Exactly. Today, we're talking about main character syndrome. Is it the ultimate self-care hack for building confidence, or are we all just collectively losing our grip on reality? Joining me today is Sam, a creator and self-proclaimed recovering main character.
Hey, I'm still the star of this episode, right? No, I'm kidding. Glad to be here, Alex. This is a fascinating topic because it sits right at the intersection of fun internet culture and some pretty deep psychological shifts.
So, Sam, let's start with the how. How did we get here? 10 years ago, if you stood in the middle of a busy sidewalk and spun around for a camera, people would think you were having a crisis. Now it's just a Tuesday reset reel.
It's the aesthetification of life. Platforms like TikTok and Instagram have turned our most boring moments, making coffee, folding laundry, sitting in traffic, into content. When you start filming your life, you instinctively start performing it.
Right, it's the get ready with me, GRWM culture. But the psychology behind it is interesting. In the main character trend, you're encouraged to romanticize your life. On the surface, that sounds like great advice for mental health. Find beauty in the small things, right?
Totally. If looking at your morning oatmeal through a vintage filter makes you hate your 9 to 5 a little less, where's the harm? But there's a pivot point. It goes from, I am the protagonist of my own journey, to everyone else in this room is a background actor.
The NPC effect. For those who don't know, NPC stands for non-player character. In video games, they're the people with 3 lines of dialogue who just stand there.
And that's where the syndrome part kicks in. We're seeing people get genuinely angry in public because someone ruined their shot. If a tourist walks through your transition video, they aren't a person with their own life. They're a glitch in your movie.
Let's get into the psychology versus fun aspect. Is this actually helping our confidence? Because, Sam, if I tell myself I'm the main character, I'm probably going to take more risks. I'll ask for that raise. I'll talk to that person at the coffee shop.
True. There's a psychological concept called self-efficacy. It's basically your belief in your ability to succeed. Main character energy can be a mascot for that. It's a fake-it-till-you-make-it strategy. If you believe the plot requires you to win, you're more likely to try.
But there's a dark side. In psychology, there's also something called the imaginary audience. Usually it's something teenagers go through, that feeling that everyone is watching and judging you. Social media has essentially turned that imaginary audience into a real one.
And that's where we hit the delusion territory. If you believe you have an audience 24/7, you're no longer living for yourself, you're living for the edit.
Landing in. Let's talk about main character syndrome as a coping mechanism. The world is, well, it's a lot right now. Economic stress, global issues. Is it possible we're all retreating into these cinematic versions of ourselves because the real version feels too small or powerless?
100%. It's a control thing. I can't control the housing market, but I can control the lighting in my bedroom and the vibey playlist I play while I scroll. It's a protective layer of delusion. But when that delusion keeps you from seeing other people's needs, when you stop having empathy for the side characters, that's when you've crossed the line into narcissism light.
All right, time for a reality check. How do our listeners know if they've gone too far? Because I'll be honest, I definitely have a playlist titled Walking Through London Like I'm Secretly a Spy.
We all do. The key is self-awareness. Here's the test. Can you enjoy the moment without the camera? If you're at a beautiful sunset and your first instinct isn't, wow, look at that, but how will I caption this to show I'm in my healing era, you might be in the syndrome zone.
That's a heavy one. Healing era, villain arc, redemption arc. We're using literal screenwriting terms for our lives. But life isn't a script. In a script, the hero always gets what they want eventually. In real life, sometimes the plot twist is just a flat tire and a bad day.
Exactly. Real self-awareness is realizing that you are the main character of your story, but you are also a side character in mine, and a background extra in the person's life who's making your coffee.
I love that. It's like main character humility. You can have the confidence to lead your life, but the awareness to know you aren't the center of the universe.
It's about balance. Use the main character energy when you need a boost of courage. Use the side character energy when it's time to listen, learn, and support someone else.
That's a perfect place to wrap this up. Main character syndrome isn't necessarily a bad thing. It's a tool. If it gives you the confidence to romanticize your morning and find joy in the mundane, keep the cameras rolling. But don't forget to look at the people around you and realize they've got their own soundtracks playing in their heads too.
Well said, Alex. Honestly, just talking this through makes me want to go home and just not film my dinner. Just eat it.
A bold choice. Sam, thank you so much for joining us today. Your perspective on the recovering main character was exactly what we needed.
Thanks for having me. It's been a blast.
And to all of you listening and watching, thank you for being part of the community. We love reading your comments, so tell us, what's your main character song? And have you ever had a reality check that brought you back to Earth? Drop them below. If you found this helpful, hit that like button and subscribe so you don't miss our next deep dive. We're going to be taking some of these psychological concepts we talked about today and applying them to something even more personal in the next video. You won't want to miss it. Until then, keep romanticizing the small stuff, but stay grounded in the real stuff. I'm Alex, this was Sam, and we'll see you in the next one.